Hey yo pretty people, welcome back to another episode of New Eriador. My name is Lorax and this is Zlorax. He speaks for the trees. And the trees say, buy more wood, damn it! Oh, look at it! It's such a tiny thing, but it's so freaking amazing. In my personal opinion. I mean, come on, I'm tooting my own horn here a bit, but let's face it, this is pretty charismatic for what it is. Combining, well, my character, the Lorax, and a bit from the one of my favorite games of all time, Lakeview Cabin, because that's like, if you look at the arms, that's how all the characters in the Lakeview Cabin always held any items. But still. This is the much needed expansion for my tree stump, which is selling wood at the moment. And yeah, would you look at that? It kind of perfected it, it kind of finished it off. It kind of looks like the tree is bleeding now, but man, I don't care. It's alright. It's kind of alright. Okay, let's see if we got any sales going on, because I've been here and yeah, let's see if we made any diamonds. No, the oak. This is empty. No, the dark oak. And wow! It seems we got 6 diamonds on the spruce trees. That's pretty neat, because spruce is exactly the resource I have an abundance of. So that's a thing. But that's not all of our business for today in this territory. Turns out we have some competition right now, and this might be spoilers because I haven't seen a video about it yet. But look at this. Somebody planted a freaking spruce, made a custom spruce tree. Well, not really, because this is, let's face it, this is one of the default spruce trees in the Minecraft. I see right through you, Mr. Concurrent person, Mr. Competition, whoever you are, because there isn't even like a sign of who this is from, who is selling this crap. And the person here is selling, well, stuff. Basically just make your own taiga biome set. You can buy logs, as you can see, and apparently they have way more business than I do, which kind of frustrates me. Because I only have 6 diamonds, they have evidently 9. This is very unpleasant, but yeah, the point is they are my direct competition, let's put it that way. In fact, I got somewhat of a feeling that they might be actually buying my stock and reselling for the same price, which I don't see a problem with. Everything is 1 diamond for a stack, so we have coarse dirt, we have podzol, which I might end up needing myself. We have moss stone, which is completely freaking useless. Spruce leaves, which is like, seriously, who's gonna buy leaves? They're literally grown trees. Saplings, and look at that. Somebody bought several stacks of ferns. Okay, guys, just I think I cracked the code here. I think I cracked it. Let's face it. There's this my superior, obviously superior, mega super shop selling logs and basically make your own tree sets. And here's this, not even a custom tree with a custom tree trunk. Like this is a regular tree, let's face it. And they're trying to convince me that someone decided to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of ferns. My bet is they're kind of goofing it. They're trying to convince us. They're like, whoever started this shop has put those diamonds in there himself, because I don't see a single person on this server stupid freaking enough to buy ferns. Okay, to buy freaking ferns, because like, look at this. Look at it. Okay, who would need such a thing? So yeah, my assumption, and I don't even know who's the person responsible for this thing, is that they're bluffing. Like, there's no way they're getting so much business while I am getting none. Well, not none. I got 6 diamonds, and I'm really grateful for it. So basically, moral of the story: don't buy this stuff. buy this stuff. This stuff is much more preferable. And that would be all business that I have to attend to today. But before I go, I have to actually address something. And that something is my decision that I did off camera. That's a thing that happens a lot on this show, doesn't it? But the decision is that since we need to increase the popularity of the post office to bring in more people, so they will be passing my lock shop and potentially buying more locks, I decided that I will single-handedly do this, well, increase the popularity, by simply sending letters to people. Imagine that. If I send letters to people, people will have to send letters back, right? Which means that they will have to attend to the post office, which means that they will have to go my Zlorax shop, and they will have to actually buy some logs, potentially, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, this time, who shall we write a letter to? Start selling writable books at the post office, you doofus. Those are hard to craft. Sign to Nirzo, because as I found out, he's the one responsible for the post office. Letters, payment, done. Let's hope that he will write me a nice response. And if you always wanted to see the will of the people in action, check this out. Nirza just whispered me, there are books in the post office now. Winky smile. What a great guy that Nirza is. Okay, and now that that has been dealt with, let's take a quick look at all the stuff that I had done around my island, because boy, there's a lot. Now, first of all, first and foremost, I have mapped it out. So if we just quickly pop this out and renew it, update the maps. Yep, this is what it looks like right now from space. Just straight from space photos. Okay, there's a new building right there. There's a new passageway all the way through this area, and you can now kind of go all around like this. So let's try this out. You can see there's a little bridge in here over this little valley, which by the way used to be a river, which I decided to drain for my own purposes. I don't know, I just felt like it would be suiting. And as you can see, I kind of started doing some random stuff here and there inside of this valley. You see, the way I see it, it's a bit of a drained canal type of deal, which further got kind of occupied by some, you know, the scum of the earth. So, by villagers, of which we will talk a tiny bit later. And yes, my island is at the moment a bit of a mob trap. Don't judge me. You see, I kind of want to light it up once I get proper buildings going on. Anyway, speaking of buildings, we have this little facade going on right now, and yeah, I have yet to figure out the rest of the roof. But I really like this particular one already. Then we have this corner piece, which I'm working on still, and we have this little building, which I really like. It's one tower connected to another building tower with a bit of a, you know, flat wall. I like it. It's a bit of a it encapsulates my building style pretty perfectly at the moment, in my personal opinion. Of course, there's this ramp, which allows you to go up and kind of get to the second layer of the city, which is my plan for the city itself. I kind of want to have several layers to it, where each layer is a bit different from the other, and the buildings are tiny bit different, like from layer to layer. And the idea is that the wealthier you are... Oh my god! Thank god for my knockback sword. This is heart attack territory right there. But thank god, this kind of idea came honestly from the show Avatar, from the Basinic Sea, Earthbender city, which yeah, had a similar structure to it. Anyway, let's jump down. Let's quickly take a look while fighting this skeleton. Ow. Ow! I really should bring my whatchamacallit, a shield with me on all occasions. And there it is. This is kind of how it looks from the outside perspective. Now, the outside perspective is actually a very important one, because that is usually how I approach this town. This is like the exact angle from which I usually approach my city, seeing how I usually go from Ezipedi's base, which is down there in that general direction. Meanwhile, in this general direction is my town, and yeah, that's another thing I wanted to discuss with you. So give me a quick moment here to get out of the water. Okay, here it is. Here's the thing that I was talking about. I've been, in the meantime, kinda running around the server, mapping out the area. In fact, if you look at this, there's a bug which Minecraft 1.12 fixes. Well, has already fixed. And that bug is the fact that you used to not get those green arrows. The maps used to bug out and forget where a copy of a map is being put into the item frame, which is something that got fixed, thank God, and something that I'm using right now to map out all everyone's bases around me. So that's pretty freaking cool. Okay, this map still lacks several bases on it, and of course I need another like 2 or 3 maps to map out everyone's bases at all, but so far I've been using this particular map as orienteer, as my orient for when I'm underground, when I'm digging tunnels, when I'm getting diamonds, and when I'm digging secret tunnels to everyone's bases, which, by the way, is a project that a lot of you people liked. And thank you so much, yeah, for that. Thank you so much for doing so, for telling me your opinion. I'm very nervous about this series, and I'm always happy to see your input on anything. But several members of the server itself said, feel free to murder my base a bit. Go ahead, just sure. I'm all for you digging out a secret passageway to my base, which is also pretty freaking awesome. And at the moment, I so far have a secret tunnel going somewhere to the spawn. And also, I have a branch of that tunnel which goes to Ezipedi's base, which is why I've been using his nether portal as my nether portal. Basically, every time I go around to the nether portals, to the nether hub, I actually exit it at Ezipedi's because that's the closest base to my base. And after that, I just take a hike on a boat all the way back to my base. So yeah, I'll be slowly mapping down all those bases. I'll be slowly digging tunnels to every single one, I promise. And at some point we'll have ourselves a freaking net of tunnels and a lot of diamonds too, because I'm digging this at almost the diamond level. And you guys are gonna absolutely hate me for this, but right now I just checked my recording. I checked my editing software, and yeah, turns out this entire tour of me doing stuff off camera and bragging about already took like 15 minutes, which is my regular episode length. Oh, guys, and I haven't kinda gotten a proper project for this episode just yet. Well, you kinda could argue that the log shop would be that project for the episode, or maybe the maps, or maybe the mapping out of the island. But I kinda screwed it up, not gonna lie. So, let's do this. Let's do this thing. Right now, I'm gonna show you one more thing that I've done off camera. And next episode, we're gonna dedicate our time to that particular thing, while I'm also gonna receive your advice on how to do that particular thing, and together we shall rule the galaxy. By the way, I don't know if I said it enough, but thank you guys so much for your input on the log shop while we're at it on the previous episode. That was incredibly helpful. And I actually decided, I don't know if I mentioned it in the original cut, it's that I decided to go with Zlorax as the mascot of the shop, but the Zlogs as the name of the shop. So let's go with that. Anyway, for the next episode, and this is gonna be a bit of a teaser, what I decided to do is I decided to kind of drop this area into the next episode territory, and this area will be our slum things. Basically, this is an English word that Mr. Golfhouse taught to me. It's the slums. They're basically a very poor living conditions of this district. And who's gonna live in these poor living conditions? Well, I got a couple of guys who are probably be alright with it. The guys are called villagers, and yeah, everybody meet Mr. Useless Face. He's the one in the green, and Mr. Disappointing Guy. He's the one in the white. I call him Mr. Disappointment Guy because yeah, knockback freaking 1, efficiency freaking 2, and thorns 3 for 43 emeralds. Nope, no way, buddy. I ain't buying any of your books. You are a terrible author. Please write something worthwhile, worth reading. So yeah, those guys will be the first inhabitants of the slum district, and which will be basically the river which dried out. And yeah, they will be the first inhabitants of kind of a marketplace that I'm planning to put in there. So you have that to look forward to in the next episode. Any advice on how to breed those 2 idiots into submission is obviously welcomed. And yeah, guys, thank you everybody so much for watching for this a bit of a hectic episode. I apologize, but I had so many ideas, had so many things that I've been working on throughout the week that I had to show it all to you. And yeah, go away, zombie. Zombie, go away. Yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do leave a like. If you really loved it, yeah, subscribe to catch on with the further episodes. Leave a comment telling me how to breed those guys. Leave a comment telling me something about all the concept, and leave a comment telling me how to deal with the competition of the log market, because that is something very serious that I want to start and I want to win at. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. Bye bye.